name is Dorika. I am energetics embodiment coach who support empowered women like you to expand your capacity to receive your desires with ease, joy, and flow. So, for today's session, what I would love to share with you is how expanding your life actually accelerate your manifestation and to support you in overcome the fear of being seen. What is the connection between being visible and your manifestation? You wonder, right? So, you have been visualizing, journaling, setting all the right intentions, following all the steps in Manifestation 101, but somehow your manifestation still didn't happen. Somehow your life still feels stuck. What if the real block isn't what you desire, but whether you feel safe in receiving your desire fully? So, today I'm going to support you and we are going to dive deep together into deepening the connection between visibility, manifestation, and expanding your capacity to receive. So, firstly, manifestation. What is manifestation? Manifestation isn't just about asking for what you desire, asking for what you want. It's not a quick fix solution to your life circumstances. It's about aligning your entire being to receive. You still not receive yet your desires because you are subconsciously, because many of us subconsciously carries these fears about visibility, fear about being seen, fear fully releasing, expressing our voice, and standing in our power. As funny as it sounds, we sometimes are afraid of our own light. So, have you ever felt this deep, this magnetic pull, this soul nudge to ask you, to nudge your soul, to step into your fullest expression, to follow your passion, to express your voice, to express your boundaries? Yet, something inside hesitates. You desire wealth, money, opportunities, love relationships, good health. But there is a hidden resistance, as if being fully seen also means being vulnerable, judged, or even unsafe. So, what is the cause to hidden fear of being seen? Ask yourself, what am I afraid I will see if I fully witness myself? What happens if I allow myself to be fully seen by others? When I reflected on this question, what am I afraid I will see if I fully witness myself? What happened if I allow myself to fully seen by others? That is when I uncover something powerful. The fear of being seen is actually the fear of seeing ourselves first. So, yes, I admit, but I'm grateful too that I discovered this fear so that I can shift, release, and show up for you, for us now in being seen fully. The fear of being seen was fear of seeing myself first. So for me, when I sat with my fear of being seen, I asked myself why when it started. And I remember some memories of my childhood, times that when I was babysitted, because I was babysitted by my babysitter. So my babysitter have a lot of babies. I think that version of me, baby version of me, hide herself from expressing her needs, trying not to be a burden to my babysitter. And that's how I learned that being seen meant being burdened. And it is safer for me to stay small. And then another scene come. Then I remember during my teenage years, I'm kind, I'm open, I love to connect with different people, different guys. And my kindness was taken for granted. And those past experiences of rejection, heartbreak, and even being teased had created an unconscious belief being seen means being vulnerable to disappointment. So you see, in my memories, I associated that being seen means being a burden. It's safer to keep myself small. Being seen means I have a higher chance of disappointment because of my past experiences in relationship, perceived rejection, heartbreak, taken advantage of my kindness, which of course I know right now is all my learning journey, self-love journey. Yeah. However, so how does this fear of being seen fully actually can limit us from receiving our desires? Because if deep down you associate being seen fully, it means being judged, being rejected, being vulnerable. What are the chances of you feel excited, joyful to be seen? The more you want to hide, right? And yeah, manifestation is you have to allow yourself to be seen fully. Is to know that you are safe in being fully seen. Then you can feel safe to receive your desires fully. Then you feel safe in connecting to your desires, right? So if we continue to associate being fully seen with judgment, with rejection, with vulnerability, our energy is going to block our receiving of our desires in manifestation. It's going to block our opportunities. We are not allowing ourselves to be seen. We are not allowing ourselves to receive success. We are not allowing ourselves to receive abundance. So, our energy, your energy, is always sending a message to the universe what you allow yourself to receive and not receive yet. Right? Your energy is always signaling, telling the universe what you allow yourself to receive and not ready to receive. So if part of you have these fears about being fully seen, you might unknowingly, unconsciously pushing away the very thing you desire. So, but why Isn't it interesting? We are light, yet we're afraid of our own light. We want others to see us. We want to be recognized. We want to be appreciated. We want to receive more and more, right? We want to expand. But why? We fear seeing ourselves first. Yet your shift begins when you allow yourself to see you without fear, without judgment, and without shrinking. So, what are some of the reasons that we fear witnessing ourselves fully? I'm going to share with you some of the reasons, causes, or limiting belief. So, reflect whether you have it. If you do, you get to choose to let it go now. Fear of our own power. If we fully see ourselves, if you fully see yourself, you acknowledge how radiant you are, how limitless and powerful you truly are. But that also means stepping into your light. Are you afraid of stepping into your light fully? Being powerful you, radiant you, confident you, unstoppable you. Then, another reason why we avoid seeing ourselves, unhealed self-judgment. We judge ourselves, and then there will be a part that feels either not good enough or we are too much. We don't want to say we are not good enough. We don't want to say we are too much. So it's like, what if we shine so bright? But then the ego eye say, no, you're not enough yet. Not good enough yet. Or we hide. We don't want to be too much for others. Yet all these are self-judgment. So why we want to escape or avoid fear of being judged. Yet the truth is no one is judging us, but you yourself is judging you. And we are afraid to see how imperfect or how not good enough, how wounded, unhealed we are. We want to escape from our self-criticism. The more I don't see those bad parts of me. Unhealed self-judgment. Right? And then another reason why we are afraid of seeing ourselves, we have attachment to our identity. When we fully see ourselves, that means we want to create change in our identity. It means we have to let go willingly an old identity, which we feel safe. We feel safe to be in a past old identity. We feel safe in this current identity. But when we have something that we want to manifest, a desire, and then we have to embody the identity of this new desire through seeing ourselves, okay, where I need to shift, what I have to let go. It could be pattern, it could be belief, it could be perception. And we cling on the past identity for safety. When we see ourselves and align ourselves to step into full light, That's where expansion happens. And then the final one that I've uncovered is the fear of seeing your wounds and scars. This is something that I uncover for myself. Remember the question, what am I afraid to see if I fully witness myself? And when I did that, when I really close my eyes, see myself, that is when I saw me with all the scars, the wounds of the past that feels sad. And so I've been avoiding to see that part of me. But the moment I choose to see it, because I know that my wounds, your wounds do not make you weak. They are part of supporting you in loving yourself, returning to wholeness. And when I choose to accept my wounds, when I choose to accept my past experiences, it's like the light, the wounds just heal, dissolve, and become whole, become light, become love. It feels very liberation. Yeah. And then, one final one. Why afraid of seeing ourselves? Why you afraid of witnessing yourself, seeing yourself? The fear of overpowering others and competition. This is a very deep unconscious block, especially for heart-centered. So, like you and me. So the belief goes like, if I shine too brightly, I may take away from others. So if we have this belief, if I shine too brightly, I may take away from others. So we want to be good. We don't want to take away from others. We don't shine. We let others shine. Second, if I step into my full power, others will feel small or threatened, which is, again, if I step into my full power, it's like others become smaller. We don't want others to feel bad about themselves. So we avoid stepping into our full power. Being powerful means competing, and I don't want to compete. It's like the power for struggle, for power. So if powerful means competition, means stress, and I don't want to feel stress. Again, I don't want to be powerful. Can you see all this have the theme of, if I become powerful, my power is going to intimidate others. And in order to feel safe, not to intimidate others, because I want to be nice, I want to be good. So you become hiding your true power. It's like in the shell. Sometimes expand and come back. Hide, come back. But what is true power? True power in the 5-dimensional new earth is it illuminates. Is the more you shine, the more you inspire others to shine. Because we are not separate, we are connected. When I shine, when I show up for my dreams, for my passion, for my desire, I allow you to support yourself to show up for your desire. So power actually is not scary. It's not control. There's no need to hide our true power. It is safe for us to be powerful. And we still can be heart-centered, focusing on love and service. So, the more you shine, the more you give others permission to shine too. So, I've shared with you some of the reasons why we're afraid of being seen, why being seen fully is so important in receiving your manifestation, why you are still not experiencing receiving your desires, even though you are so focused on your intention, journaling, visualizing, following every manifestation process. So now we want to connect to our divine radiant self. I call it divine radiant self, the version of us who is fully seen and knows she is feeling safe and powerful. So, in connecting to your divine radiant self, ask yourself, what truth am I avoiding that my highest self is ready to embrace? If I see myself fully, how does that change my identity, my choices in life, and my way of being today? Yeah, today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today, right now, right now. Yeah. So I repeat, because now you know that it's your time to step into your divine radiant self. What truth am I avoiding that my highest self is ready to embrace? If I fully see myself, how does that change my identity, my choices, and my way of being today? Alright? And I'm going to describe to you how a confident, loving, abundant version of us would see herself through the lens of unwavering self-trust, deep love, and limitless expansion. So the reason why I want to describe to you is for you to have idea, an identity that you can connect, always can go deeper through journaling, but this is just a generalized how an abundant, confident, loving version of you would perceive herself. So, what would be her identity? Your divine radiant self. She knows she is worthy because she exists. She doesn't tie her worthiness with external validation. She embodies it. She sees herself as magnetic, effortlessly attracting her desires, align people, align opportunities, abundance. Not through doing, but through embodying, because she knows she is worthy. Her presence is more than enough. It's not her doing, it's her presence. Yeah? She embraces all part of herself, the light, the past, the shadows, without shame, but only compassion, which means she doesn't judge herself, she doesn't blame anyone, she takes full responsibility of her past choices, and she embraces herself with compassion. She trusts her own vision. She trusts her intuition. She trusts she is the creator of her reality. In other words, the divine radiant self takes full radical responsibility of her life experience, her life choices, which actually helps her to reclaim all power back. And this power is a support, is part of her radiance, divine radiant self. Okay? Now, what would be her choices? How would your divine radiant self make choices? She chose boldly, knowing that when fears come up, it doesn't limit her, it expands her. She says yes to what lights her up and no to what doesn't without guilt. In other words, she set her boundaries clearly and honor her boundaries. She invests in herself, in her desires, in her growth, with a certainty that abundance always flows back to her because she is worth it. She no longer plays small, she no longer hides. She takes up space, speaks her truth, and let herself be seen. Which means her choices, she chose boldly, confidently, expressing herself. Yes to what she desires, no to what's not aligned, what not desired by her without guilt. And there's deep trust in herself, in her worth. That's why there is deep trust in knowing the universe, abundance is going to support her desires, her dreams, her vision. She is the radiant divine self of you. So reflect, how are you making your choices? Do you make your choice boldly? Do you see fears as an expansion? Or do you still allow fears limits you? Do you say no without guilt to what is not aligned? Or do you people please? Do you feel safe? Feel it's your right to take up space? It's okay to take up space? Or you try to hide yourself? No, this space is not for me. I'm sorry that I take up so much space of your time. Right? Finally, the way of being of this your divine radiant self, how she handles life, how she moves through life is with ease, joy, trust, knowing that everything is always unfolding for her highest good, which means her energy is very calm, relaxed, open. She doesn't overthink, she doesn't doubt, because she trusts in herself. She welcomes visibility, success, and love without fear, knowing that she is divinely protected and supported. Her heart is open. She welcomes it. At the same time, she knows she is safe. She is supported. She focuses and radiates self-love and inner peace. That's why she attracts abundance. She is magnetic and she focuses on creating deep connections. She allows herself to receive fully, freely, knowing she's worth it, knowing she's supported. She feels joyful in receiving without the need of doing, without the need to prove. Most important is how she sees herself is a radiant, limitless being who it feels safe, who feel loved, who feel supported, and worthy of everything she desires. So, this is how she moves through life. Can you look at where you are in life and where your divine radiant self is? Her way of being is actually very calm, grounded, open, relaxed, confident. It is not, there's no overthinking, there's no self-doubt. How she see herself, fully seeing herself, radiant. So, I have shared with you, I hope through this sharing, how would be her identity, her choices, her way of being, helps you to accelerate your connection and clarity in your connection with your divine radiant self. And if while listening all this identity of your divine radiant self, you feel resistance, then it's an opportunity, an invitation for you to step, to shift into your next level of expansion. Remember this truth. When you fully see yourself, you step into divine truth. And truth has the most highest frequency, authenticity. And truth is love, not fear. Remember, when you shine your light, you attract aligned people, connection, opportunities, and abundance. Remember, your highest self, your divine radiant self, doesn't shrink, hide, or fear of her own radiance. She knows she is safe, she is supported, and fully capable of holding more light, more power, more responsibility. So, ask yourself, how would my higher self move, speak, and make choices today? And then start embodying her, being her today. Pull the future version of you into the now, being the version of you now. Alright? And so, the more you integrate all these versions of you, whether it's integrate the lesson from the past version of you, whether integrate from your current insights about you, self-discovery, you reclaiming your power back, you treat yourself with love, with compassion, you free yourself from expectation of others, you come back to your own truth of worthiness and love, and own your radiance. The more radiant your light becomes, the more you integrate all versions of you, past, now, and future, the more radiant your light becomes. The more you let yourself fully seen, the more you open the flow for abundance, love, joy, happiness, harmony, and align opportunities to come to you, to flow into your life effortlessly. Alright? I hope today's session have helped you to unlock something in you, to choose courage, to choose empowerment, to choose embodiment, to remember your light is within you, and it's now the time for you to expand your light. And I hope in this session I have supported you in understanding, uncovering the fear of being fully seen, and you're ready to let go of that fear to allow yourself to be fully seen, to start receiving your desires easily, effortlessly, joyfully. Thank you so much for your time and energy. And if you love this type of manifestation tip sharings, do remember to subscribe and follow my weekly updates on this YouTube channel. And finally, if you would love me to help you, to guide you, to help you uncover your unconscious, to help you to shift your energy and where to accelerate your manifestation, feel free to contact with me or even explore more at my website. With that, thank you so much once again. I hope to see you again in my next video sharing. Bye bye.